A planet where glass slices through the sky faster than a fighter jet. A world so valuable its mountains may be made of diamond. A planet where oceans aren't filled with water but with boiling lava. And somewhere out there, a lonely world drifts through space without a single sunrise. These aren't scenes from science fiction. They're real planets astronomers have discovered across our galaxy. But the farther we searched, the stranger the universe became. Because the last world on this list is so unbelievable that scientists once argued it shouldn't even be possible. And by the end of this journey, you'll see a planet so bizarre that even today, scientists are still debating how it could possibly exist. But before we get there, we need to start with a world that already feels impossible. Number 1, the Glass Rain Planet. Imagine standing on HD 189,733b for a split second, you'd think you'd found paradise. A deep sapphire world glowing peacefully beneath its star. Then the wind hits. Not like a hurricane. More like standing in front of 1,000 jet engines firing at once. Before your brain could even process what was happening, razor-sharp shards of molten glass would already be racing across the atmosphere faster than the speed of sound. It's a beautiful deep blue planet, almost identical to Earth in appearance. You'd think you found paradise, until you realize the wind speeds reach 5,400 miles per hour, 7 times the speed of sound. But here's where it gets truly bizarre. That blue color, it's not from water, it's from silicate particles in the atmosphere, and when it rains on this planet, it doesn't rain water, it rains molten glass, horizontally, at thousands of miles per hour. NASA's Hubble Space Telescope confirmed this in 2013, making it the first planet where we actually determined its true color. The temperature? A scorching 1,700 degrees Fahrenheit. Hot enough to vaporize glass, which then condenses in the atmosphere and falls as glass rain, whipping sideways in supersonic winds. But if you think that's strange, wait until you hear about the planet that shouldn't exist according to every planetary formation model we have. Number 2, the Impossible Planet. LTT 9779b is called the Forbidden Planet by scientists. Why? Because it exists in what we call the hot Neptune desert, a zone where planets like this simply cannot exist. Here's the problem: this Neptune-sized planet orbits its star so closely that it completes one full year in just 19 hours. At this distance, the radiation should have stripped away its atmosphere billions of years ago, but somehow it still has one. The temperature on the day side, over 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet this planet maintains a thick atmosphere when it absolutely shouldn't. Discovered in 2020, astronomers are still scratching their heads. The leading theory? Its atmosphere might be constantly replenished from the inside, with the planet essentially sweating out a new atmosphere as fast as the star strips it away. But here's what keeps me up at night. If this planet breaks our models, what else are we wrong about? And speaking of wrong assumptions, the next planet literally turned everything upside down. Quick question, are you subscribed yet? Because 68% of you watching aren't. Hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to reveal next is the strangest discovery in modern astronomy. Number 3, the Backwards Planet. WASP-17b doesn't just orbit its star backward, it's the puffiest planet ever discovered. Let me explain the backwards part first. Every planet in our solar system orbits in the same direction its star rotates. It's a fundamental rule of planetary formation, but WASP-17b does the exact opposite. It has a retrograde orbit. Something catastrophic happened here. Scientists believe this planet was literally flung backward by a close encounter with another massive planet billions of years ago. Now here's the really weird part: this planet is half the mass of Jupiter but nearly twice the size. If you could somehow place it in a cosmic bathtub, it would float. Its density is less than styrofoam. Discovered in 2009 and studied extensively by the James Webb Space Telescope in 2023, we now know its atmosphere contains clouds made of quartz crystals. Yes, the same stuff in your watch floating in the sky of an inflated, backwards orbiting giant planet. But none of these compare to what we found orbiting a star 40 light-years away. What astronomers discovered there literally shouldn't be possible. Number 4, the Diamond Planet. 55 Cancri E is a planet worth approximately $26.9 nonillion. Yes, that's a real number. This super-Earth is twice the size of our planet but 8 times more massive. Here's why it's valuable. Scientists believe up to 1/3 of this planet's mass is pure diamond. How is this possible? The planet orbits so close to its star that its surface temperature reaches 4,400 degrees Fahrenheit. Under these extreme pressures and temperatures, carbon which this planet has in abundance crystallizes into diamond. The entire mantle could be a thick layer of diamonds hundreds of miles deep. Yale researchers published this finding in 2012, and follow-up studies with the Spitzer Space Telescope confirmed wild temperature swings. The day side can be 2,500 degrees hotter than the night side. But here's the mind-blowing part. A year on this planet lasts just 18 hours. You'd have 500 birthdays in a single Earth year. Could we ever mine this planet? Probably not, but that's not even the weirdest part about carbon-rich planets, because the next one makes the diamond planet look normal. Number 5. The lava planet. K2141b is what hell would look like if it were a planet. In this world discovered in 2018, the ocean isn't made of water, it's made of molten lava up to 60 miles deep. The atmosphere isn't nitrogen and oxygen, it's vaporized rock. Let that sink in. Rock so hot it evaporates into the atmosphere. The day side temperature exceeds 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit, hot enough to vaporize iron. This vaporized rock then moves to the night side where it rains back down as rocks. Then these rocks flow back to the day side in massive lava rivers where they evaporate again. It's a weather cycle made of rocks. McGill University researchers mapped this cycle in 2020, showing that supersonic winds of over 3,000 mph drive this rock cycle, similar to Earth's water cycle, but with molten minerals. The night side, a freezing -328 degrees Fahrenheit. This is one of the most extreme temperature differences ever found on a planet. But if you think weather made of rocks is strange, the next planet has something in its atmosphere that changes everything we thought about alien worlds. Before we continue, smash that like button if you're enjoying this journey through the cosmos. It helps the algorithm show this to more space enthusiasts like you. Now, let's talk about the game changer. Number 6. The water world. TOI1452b might be the most important planet on this list. Discovered in 2022 by an international team using the TESS Space Telescope, this planet is about 70% larger than Earth and 5 times more massive. But here's what makes it special. Up to 30% of this planet's mass could be water. For context, Earth's water makes up less than 1% of our mass. This planet could be a true water world, an ocean planet with seas hundreds of miles deep, possibly covering the entire surface. The temperature potentially in the habitable zone, not too hot, not too cold. Could life exist there? We don't know yet. But in 2024, the James Webb Space Telescope is scheduled to study its atmosphere in detail. If we find biosignatures, chemical signs of life, this planet located 100 light-years away could be our first real proof that we're not alone. What would life look like in an ocean hundreds of miles deep with no land? The possibilities are endless. Number 7. The planet that broke physics. Remember at the beginning when I mentioned a planet that breaks the laws of physics? Here it is. WASP-12b is being eaten alive by its star. This planet orbits so close to its host star that it completes an orbit in just 26 hours. The gravitational pull is so intense that the star is literally stretching the planet into an egg shape and pulling its atmosphere away. Hubble Space Telescope observations from 2010 to 2022 show this planet is spiraling into its star. In about 3 million years, it'll be completely consumed. But here's what breaks physics. The planet is losing mass at such a rate that it should have been destroyed already, yet it's still there. Scientists discovered in 2020 that the planet is also pulling material from the star, creating a two-way stream of matter. The temperature, over 4,000 degrees Fahrenheit, making it one of the hottest exoplanets known. Its atmosphere contains vaporized iron, and recent spectroscopy shows it's so hot that molecules can't even form, atoms just bounce around freely. This planet is a preview of death, the ultimate fate of any world that gets too close to its star. But our final planet might be the strangest of all. Number 8. The Rogue Planet. PSO J318.5-22 doesn't orbit any star. It's a planet floating freely through space, completely alone in the darkness. Discovered in 2013, just 80 light-years from Earth, this planet is only 12 million years old, a baby in cosmic terms. It has a mass about 6.5 times that of Jupiter, and here's the bizarre part: it glows. With no star to heat it, this planet still has a surface temperature of 1,500 degrees Fahrenheit, glowing with leftover heat from its formation. But how does a planet form without a star? Scientists believe it was ejected from its original solar system during a violent gravitational interaction, thrown out into the void to wander the galaxy forever. The truly haunting part? We've now discovered dozens of these rogue planets. Statistical models suggest there might be billions of them in our galaxy alone, dark, lonely worlds drifting through the emptiness of space. Some scientists theorize these planets could even harbor life in subsurface oceans, warmed by internal heat rather than a star. What would it be like to live in a world that never sees a sunrise, where the sky is always black, lit only by distant stars? These 8 planets represent just a fraction of the 5,500 plus exoplanets we've discovered. Each one challenges what we think we know: glass rain, diamond cores, rock weather, planets being devoured, worlds floating in eternal darkness. And here's the thing that should keep you up tonight: we've only searched a tiny fraction of our galaxy. There are an estimated 100 billion planets in the Milky Way alone. What else is out there? If this video changes how you see the universe, do 2 things. First, subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our deep dives into space. Second, watch this next video where we explore what would happen if you actually tried to visit these planets. The universe is stranger than we can imagine, and we're only just beginning to understand it.